Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again. This is more Star Wars Battlefront 2. This is Galactic Assault. I'm playing as the droids on the planet Naboo. So I'm using the officer class, and I've been trying out a new star card by the name of Officer's Presence. And if you're a player that likes to stick with your team, or at least hold choke points and kind of have strength in numbers, then this is a star card that you need to keep your eye on, because it is very, very good. If you don't know what it does, it grants the people around you an increased regeneration cooldown. So they will regenerate their HP a lot quicker than they normally would, as I take on a heavy there and pick him off and another guy rushes me, but nobody seems to be reacting. I don't know where he's going. He's just all mixed up in the chaos that is this video game, and my shooting's atrocious, but what's new there? And what happens is, not only do they get this increased cooldown on recharging, so they recharge health much quicker, but the percentage of the health that they recharge is given to you in battle points. So just by fighting near teammates, which is what's going to happen for 90% of the game, especially when you get to the choke points at the end of a level such as this, you're going to be passively generating points. And if you're a player who perhaps struggles to get kills, or struggles to find traffic and find where players are coming from, then this could be the trick to helping you get a hero, or do a little bit better, or get a little bit more experience. And if you really want to compound this effect, you can do so by adding the Bounty Hunter card, which is going to give you more experience anyway, more battle points to begin with, and then the two are going to play off each other, and you're going to find yourself getting thousands of points without really doing anything. And if you're wondering where people get, to the top of the leaderboards with no eliminations, it's either them using a vehicle and shooting AI, or it's them probably using the officer and getting a bunch of passive experience. So that's one of the ways that they can do that. So, the more you know, right? Experiment with these star cards, find a setup that you like. I'm using the SC-44C, which is one of the strongest weapons in the game. It's a very fun weapon to use. I still think the Blurg is better, but I use the Blurg a ton, so I want to use something different, so I'm trying this one, and I just have a lot more fun with this gun, because it enables me to be much more aggressive than a lot of the other guns, minus the Blurg. Of course, that gun's just too good. But the topic of this video is going to be about getting heroes early. The idea of getting the hero out and then using him to compound your team's success. We all know, and you're going to see me do it right now, as I respawn and get my hero, because I've got enough points, and I immediately spawn in as Bosk, and technically, I believe this game is a flawless. I don't die once, but because I have to kill myself to get a hero, it counts as a death. But the enemy team are not going to kill me this game, and I'm going to be shooting with Bosk at a range to try and take out things, but you're going to notice that when you shoot with this gun, it hits so many invisible walls that half of your shots don't register, and it can be really frustrating at times. Earlier today, I noticed that Bosk's gun didn't seem to be doing the damage it's supposed to do, so I don't know if they shadow tweaked it, but I'm definitely going to be paying attention, because I shot a trooper in the head with a fully charged shot and he didn't kill him. I got a yellow hit marker to tell me it was a headshot and he lived, so if they're tweaking his gun when they said they weren't going to, I'm going to be very angry, because Bosk was incredibly balanced all considered. And you can kill him in seconds. I have footage of me doing it myself, and when I see a Bosk, I charge him, because I know the person playing as him isn't used to being charged. Because one of the biggest problems players have when they play Battlefront is everybody's afraid of the heroes. When the heroes are very vulnerable to damage, you can kill them very quickly. All you have to do is rush them, and if there's more than one of you, you'll probably kill them, but people would prefer to run away. And it doesn't make any sense. Another thing that can be quite frustrating about getting a hero out early is this thing in the sky. So this is Naboo, so the other team has the LAAT, which I'm just going to call LAT from now on, because it's an awkward fucking acronym. There's him using a Vanguard. See that guy? That guy knows what he's doing. If he hits me with a Vanguard, he will do 300 damage. I have 600 life. Do I really want to be fucking with that? If he outplays me as that trooper, I'm dead. Why doesn't everybody do that when you see that hero circle on the map? I have no idea. The heroes are very vulnerable, guys. You just need to be aggressive and attack them. People seem to think, oh, it's a hero, I'm dead, I'm going to run away. It doesn't help the team. All it does is hinder you, and it can lead to a lot of frustrations. But when you get a hero out early, you are afforded, of course, a combat advantage, because your hero has more life than the average enemy, and you have more damage than the average enemy, judging by what you just saw me do to that heavy. You also have your abilities, and you have whatever is special about your particular class. So infantry-wise, you're going to be at a big advantage. But the problem is, you can run into all kinds of situations that will mitigate this advantage. One of them is the vehicles. On Naboo, we're quite lucky because the 2 tanks are only on the attacking side. The defending side doesn't have tanks. It's one of those strange armor superiorities that we have on this map. If I was on the other team and I had a hero, if I bump into one of those tanks and I'm in a bad spot, I'm dead. Doesn't matter who I am. I could be the tankiest hero in the history of the game. It's going to kill me. And I'm going to waste 8,000 points or 6,000 points. And now we have Vader, which means this team is even more stacked. Thank you, fantastic balancing that is the team scaling in this game and the matchmaking. It's completely preposterously stupid. But what are you going to do? Instead of fixing things, DICE are just boasting about all the shit they're going to give us in DLC. Like, I don't want DLC, DICE. I want you to fix the game. But look at me. Look at my life. See how quick my life went down just then? All it takes is a team to rush the heroes and you will get rid of them. And especially right now when my hero vision is fucking broken, so my predator vision's not working and I can't see a damn thing. Can't even tell where enemies are. If you flank me, I'm not going to be able to do much. Look at this guy with the Vanguard. All it takes is 1 Vanguard player, 2 Vanguard players to get lucky shots, and Bosk is dead. All it takes is 1 officer with a diffuser, and Bosk is dead. Like, you don't understand just how vulnerable heroes can be. So if you see somebody going on a big tear and a massive kill streak and leading the lobby with a hero that isn't complete bullshit, they did that because they understand how to use them. And getting a hero early can be very powerful. However, it leads to an interesting situation. Oh, look at this guy, sitting in a corner with his turret. I just drop a bunch of bombs in front of him and stick a gas on him and see what he does, and he just stands and techs it. He was in a bad spot, a rock and a hard place. It was kind of sadistic of me to do that, but I enjoyed it. As we see a trooper over there and I pick him off. But right now, running around as Bosk, I can die. It doesn't take much. It happens. If I get myself into a bad spot, I have to really work my way out of it. Look at this guy. The biggest enemy in the game mantling over a simple wall. So you'll notice that I'm following my team. I'm sticking around at least a couple of blue dots on the map. And I'm doing this because if I do run into trouble, hopefully they'll get the brunt of it and I can get away, or I can kill the people killing them, and so on and so forth. But it also leads to these opportunities where there are people on your team who, for some reason, stumble into getting points, as I'm struggling to jump on the roof here, because I'm a fantastic player. But there are new players who stumble into getting points, and then they pick a hero, and then they take that hero off the playing field for people who are perhaps better with that hero. And it leads to situations where you'll get somebody using a hero potentially outside of its strengths. They will be very passive, they will be very defensive, they will not be using it, and then your team will struggle to push an objective. And then you'll run out of tickets and you'll lose the game. It's a double-sided sword, heroes in this game. On the one side, playing as the heroes is incredibly fun, and everybody wants to do it. On the other side, if you're not making a dent with your hero, you're kind of doing it wrong. And right now, I'm not doing the most with Bosk. I'm just kind of shooting dudes, running around, waiting for this to happen. But the moment we start to push up, I'm going to show you why this character is so strong. That was delay just then, did you see that? I pressed to throw the grenade up on the stairs, and as I turned the camera afterwards, he threw the grenade. That's how much delay I had just then because of the lag. Very strange. But right now is Bosk's bread and butter, and this is where he's really going to show you what he can do. And when I see people playing as Bosk and they're not rushing these objectives and helping the team push forward, it makes me very sad. But at the same time, everybody plays the game differently, and we need to understand this. It's just it can be frustrating if you're on a team where nobody seems to want to push the objectives and everybody seems to want to just get kills. Getting kills is fun, and it will get you, an extra boost in experience, and maybe you'll get a few more credits or something, but at the end of the day, you're going to lose. And losing stings in this game for me, because I just like winning. I don't even know why, and I wish I could turn it off, but I can't. Like, we have a Vader on this left-hand side right now, and he's doing everything that Vader needs to do. He's being a presence, he's being a tank, he's showing this team that you can't just run us over. I'm popping my abilities, and I see a big crowd of people over here, they're heavies, doesn't matter. I have a grenade launcher, and I'm aggressive, and that's exactly what we're going to do. They all fall down dead, there's a couple guys in here, I get my Dioxys back, chuck it in on the ground, heal myself passively, shoot around, run out of my cooldown, hear a Wookiee, don't want to fuck with the Wookiee, Chewbacca just died. He was doing his charge to knock me down just then, so it was unfortunate that he got picked off, and we've already got almost both objectives. And why have we done that? Because both Darth Vader and Bosk are helping the team push these points. Their team doesn't seem to have any heroes, and when they did have heroes, they died. The difference between our... Oh wow, that's a dude. The difference between our teams right now is literally hero application. Our team is using their heroes more effectively than their team is defending with them, and that is why we're winning. And the reason this is happening is because I managed to get my hero quickly, and so did the other guy. And now we have Darth Maul. There is another universe where somebody else picked Bosk at the beginning of this, and I'm Palpatine, and we stomped this team even more, because Palpatine is completely broken. But that didn't happen. There's also another universe where I didn't get the right amount of traffic, or potentially I stayed alive too long, and somebody else had the heroes, and we never even made it to this push. And that is... Oh, look at the Vader choke on the Rocket Trooper, that was awesome. And that's kind of what I want to emphasize in this video, guys. Getting the hero is fun, and it's awesome, but it's important that you use it. Everybody can pick a hero and use them like a bitch, and hide, and get a bunch of kills, and not do anything, and never put themselves at risk, and never take a shot, and never have to recharge, or never have to play intelligently or take a risk. Anybody can do that. But are you really doing anything when you do that, other than frustrating a player who's really good with that character, who would be aggressive and help the team win? I don't know. It's that interesting question. When you pick up this game, you can play it however you want, but if you want to win, sometimes it's better to leave the heroes to someone else. Like, if you love playing the objective, the Heavy is your go-to guy, and you love using Explosive Sentry on the ATTs and what have you, you're going to have a great time, because you'll rack up tons of points, you'll get tons of damage on it, and you might even win the game. You don't need to be a hero all the time. I have great games without them, but if you do pick one, give it some thought, because maybe it's just, not going to be your game. Maybe you should pick somebody that you know you can get that win with, or maybe you can take one for the team and not choose that hero you want to run as because you know someone else on the team can use him really well. Nobody's going to listen to this, of course, because everybody just does whatever they want. Nobody plays the objective. Everybody hugs the heroes that are strong, that they enjoy, and I'm a very small channel and I can't really get my voice out there, but sometimes the bigger move is to not hog the hero. And I just used Bosk for that entire game, so I'm a wonderful hypocrite. But it's true. And there's been times when I've sacrificed picking someone I like because I know somebody else could do it better. And it doesn't happen often, but it's a good move when you do it. Thank you for watching. You take care now.